Hey guys, welcome to the Faithful Creator channel, where we believe the impossible is inevitable. I'm your girl, Shay Denise. We've moved through renewing our minds in week 1, the importance of moving our bodies in week 2, and how moving with God in your business doesn't just mean your company. It means partnering with God to become a good manager of your assignments, responsibilities, opportunities, and your gifts. If you've missed any of the videos, need to download free challenge checklists, or grab the free book, links for each week are in the description box below this video. And now we're dealing with the final layer. Week 4 of the Month of Moves challenge is all about how God wants us to move in our relationships. Because God says this is why you're still stuck. You're not stuck because of them. You're stuck because you won't let go, forgive, or draw the line. This week might be the hardest one of all, but it'll also be the most freeing. But don't celebrate just yet. God really began to reveal why many of the relationships I held dear for many years had come to a bitter end. God says this is why you're still stuck. You're holding on to connections that expired. You're still bleeding from betrayal that was never bandaged. You're afraid to walk away or afraid to let the right people in. Let's talk about it. Part 1, whatever you don't confront, guys, will continue. Sometimes it's not the devil keeping you stuck. It's your decisions. You keep tolerating dishonor. You keep reopening doors God told you to close. You keep ignoring red flags and calling it grace. But grace isn't permission for abuse or access for dysfunction. Why is this so hard for believers to understand? God can't bless what you won't put boundaries or limits around. Proverbs 4:23 says, guard your heart with all diligence, for from it flows the issues of life. If your relationships are draining you, discouraging you, or even distracting you from your calling, it's time to move differently. Part 2, the law of recognition. Remember what we've been saying all month. Everything you need is already in your life, simply waiting for you to recognize it. Well, the same is true for people. There are people around you assigned to bless you, but you're so focused on who left, you're blind to see who's been sent. Recognition matters, guys, so ask yourself this. Who's helping me grow? Who's keeping me stuck? Who do I need to forgive? Who do I need to release? Not everyone in your circle is meant to go with you to your next level. Jesus changed the world by helping multitudes. He healed crowds, fed thousands, and poured out love without limits. However, when it came to his inner circle, he kept it tight. He had 12 disciples he mentored and walked closely with. But even among the 12, there was a core group. Peter, James, and John. These were Jesus' big 3, the ones he took with him during his most intimate, powerful, and even painful moments. From the mountaintop of transfiguration to the Garden of Gethsemane, these were the friends who got front row seats to both his glory and his grief. Jesus loved the masses, but he didn't give everyone access to his private moments, and that's wisdom. It's a reminder that you can serve many, love broadly, but still protect your peace and purpose by keeping your inner circle spirit-led and God-approved. Some people are assignments, not alignments. Part 3, separation anxiety. Let's talk about Abraham and Lot in Genesis 13. God gave Abraham a promise, but progress didn't really happen until he separated from Lot. Lot wasn't evil. He just wasn't assigned to Abraham's next level. Once Abraham released him, God spoke again, confirming the promise and gave more clarity and direction. Some of you haven't heard God clearly lately because he's waiting on you to let let go. That friendship, that situationship, that draining obligation, if it's clouding your clarity or costing your peace, it may need to go, guys. And part 4, we're going to evaluate and elevate. Here are 4 intentional relationship moves for this week. 1, assess your circle. Who's helping you grow? Who's helping you back? 2, set one new boundary, whether it's your time, access, or energy. Draw a healthy line. 3, forgive someone, even silently. Let go of resentment, even if they never apologize to you. And 4, reconnect intentionally. Reach out to someone God's been nudging you to rebuild with. A safe, healthy, and aligned connection. Part 5, your call to action. You can't walk into your next season of promise still carrying the weight of toxic or tired connections and relationships. And you won't find new community if your hands are still full of old wounds. God says this is why you're still stuck. Your unwillingness to move in your relationships is costing your momentum. So this week, make the call, have the conversation, set the boundary. Let God rewrite the narrative in your connections. Comment below, I'm ready to move differently in my relationships. Let this Memorial Day be a loving reminder that you can serve many, love broadly, but still protect your peace and purpose by keeping your inner circle spirit-led and God-approved. Download your Week 4 Relationships Moves checklist and free book links below this video. And if you miss any part of this challenge, catch up now for our mind moves, body moves, business moves, and of course, our relationship moves. Let this be your month of movement, because stuck is not your story anymore. Until next time, move with purpose, move with prayer, and move with God.